Subscribe to our channel for the latest update videos.
Once upon a time, in the heart of a vast meadow filled with colorful flowers, there was a little kingdom called Honeyville. This enchanting land was home to the sweetest and busiest honeybees you could ever imagine. They buzzed happily from flower to flower, collecting nectar to make the finest honey in the world. At the center of Honeyville, inside the hollow of a grand old tree, lived Queen Beatrice, a wise and gentle ruler who cared deeply for her bee citizens. Among these bees was a young and curious honeybee named Buzzley. Unlike the other bees, Buzzley was always asking questions and dreaming of adventures beyond the meadow. He loved exploring new places and learning new things, often getting lost in his own thoughts about the world outside Honeyville. One day, as Buzzley was gathering nectar from a particularly fragrant flower, he noticed a mysterious glow coming from a hidden corner of the meadow. His curiosity piqued, Buzzley decided to investigate. As he flew closer, the glow became brighter, and he could hear a faint, melodious humming. There, nestled among the tall grasses, was a magnificent flower unlike any Buzzley had ever seen. It glowed with a soft, golden light and seemed to sparkle in the sunlight. Buzzley's wings fluttered with excitement as he hovered closer to the enchanted flower. He reached out to touch it, and as he did, a warm, soothing voice filled the air. "I am the flower of wisdom. Long ago, I was placed here to guard a secret path to a hidden valley where the most beautiful and rare flowers bloom. These flowers hold the secret to eternal sweetness, and only a bee with a pure heart can find the way." Buzzley's heart swelled with excitement. He thanked the flower of wisdom and set off on his journey to find the hidden valley. The flower's glow created a path for him to follow, lighting up the way with a series of glowing petals that guided him through the meadow and beyond. Buzzley flew for hours, eventually finding himself in an enchanted forest. The trees here were tall and ancient, their branches twinkling with tiny lights. Magical creatures peeked out from behind the leaves, watching Buzzley with curious eyes. Though the forest was dark and mysterious, Buzzley felt no fear. He knew his pure heart and kind intentions would guide him through. As Buzzley ventured deeper into the forest, he encountered a majestic owl with shimmering feathers. The owl, perched high on a branch, looked down at Buzzley with kind, knowing eyes. "Welcome, little bee," the owl hooted softly. "I am Alwyn, the guardian of the forest. To pass through, you must answer a riddle. What can you keep after getting?" Buzzley thought hard for a moment before answering, "A smile. You can give someone a smile, and keep one for yourself." Alwyn hooted with delight. "Correct, Buzzley. You may pass." The path behind the owl opened up, revealing the way to the hidden valley. Buzzley flew through the opening and gasped at the sight before him. The hidden valley was more beautiful than he could have ever imagined. It was filled with the rarest and most exquisite flowers, their colors so vibrant and their petals shimmering in the soft, golden light. Streams of sparkling water flowed gently through the valley, adding to the magical atmosphere. Buzzley joyfully set to work, gathering nectar from the rare flowers. As he did, he could feel the sweetness of the nectar filling him with energy and happiness. He knew that this nectar would create the finest honey Honeyville had ever tasted. With a vial of the precious nectar safely tucked away, Buzzley began his journey back to Honeyville. He retraced his steps through the enchanted forest and across the glowing path in the meadow, his heart full of excitement to share his discovery with his friends and Queen Beatrice. When Buzzley returned, the bees of Honeyville gathered around, buzzing with curiosity. Queen Beatrice herself came forward, her eyes shining with pride. Buzzley shared his tale and presented the vial of rare nectar. The bees quickly set to work creating honey from the special nectar, and when it was ready, everyone gathered for a grand celebration. As the bees tasted the honey, they were amazed by its sweetness. It was unlike anything they had ever experienced. Buzzley was lifted up and celebrated as a hero, his bravery and curiosity bringing a new era of sweetness to Honeyville. Queen Beatrice smiled warmly and declared, "From this day forward, let this honey remind us all of the wonders that lie beyond our meadow and the magic that can be found with a pure heart and a curious mind." As the sun set over Honeyville, casting a warm golden glow over the meadow, the bees settled down for the night, their bellies full of the sweetest honey. Buzzley looked out at the horizon, his heart full of contentment and dreams of future adventures. And so, Buzzley the honeybee, the little bee with a big heart, lived happily ever after in the sweetest land of all.